shameful about this. We are rugged and raw, live, coming to you from the tippity top of the mountains in the West Indies. Yes. The West Indies.
How you feel? Are you comfortable right there? You look
I
good.
feel like
You look really good.
As a Patriots fan, you cut the top of my hat off.
Oh, I'll lift it up a little bit.
Oh, all right. Appreciate you. Do you have topics? Did you think about topics? Let's take a few minutes, bro. Let's think about topics.
Topics.
We gotta get a few topics.
Listen, you're putting too much thought into this.
Nah, man.
I got the topics.
We need a few things to start with.
I got it.
Oh.
I got it. Dave, I got this. All right, just remember. When you're holding the mic,
I'm not good at that.
just try to talk into the mic, okay? I want you to consider yourself like you're a talk show host. So if you're going to talk with your hands, talk with this hand.
Would this work?
Yeah, but I want it like right in your face. No diddy. Yeah, that's how we get that beautiful sound right there. And who knows, maybe we will switch it up because you want a tripod for yours.
Yeah, what if I want to get up and do something?
That's why you can hold this, Dave. You can jig.
But then I got to put it
You
down.
can hit a little jig. You can't do that with a tripod.
I mean, yeah, then you have to move it out the way. I mean, there's pros and cons to each side of this.
All right, you ready to do this?
Oh, I thought we were live.
We are.
Oh, I thought, I knew you'd try to get me.
No, I mean, we're not live, but, we're filming.
Drop it like it's hot. See, that would have been a lot easier if you had both hands, buddy.
Dave, let me ask you a question. You don't even watch social media at all, do you?
No, not really. Should I?
Well, I'm just asking. You listen to podcasts, though, don't you?
Listen to Joe Rogan. I watch his podcast, listen to his podcast a lot.
What about like Theo Vaughn?
Yeah, I watch his.
What about the other guy? What's the guy's name? Caleb? You know who he is?
Ain't he the one that's always like busting on Shane Gillis?
Oh, I don't know about that. That's news to me.
I don't know who Caleb is.
Well, I mentioned all of these.
Trying.
I mentioned all of these people. Joe Rogan. Who was the second guy? Theo Vaughn, and whoever the other guy, Caleb, is. Dave, what if I told you and I together had the potential to do something bigger and better than them?
I mean, I'm always down to shoot a shot, I'm a gambler, bro.
That was a weak roll right there.
You don't want them to flip too much, just enough.
Yeah. 4, 5, 6. All right, maybe I'm overanalyzing like what we've got going on here, folks. Welcome to the beginning of something that is so hard.
Whoa.
To put together. That's what this was. Dave is busy. He's got priorities and responsibilities. Your schedule is very busy, and for us to be able to get together, I just want to say, Dave, you done screwed all the. Now I got.
What do you mean?
Actually,
I think they're good.
You good with that?
Yeah, I'm good with this.
Okay.
I didn't like that they could see that my feet
We're dangling.
and your chair kind of just spins, and so now I'm back.
I want to give you a very special shout out. Thank you more than anything for making the time out of your work life, your personal life to come do this.
Well, you know how I feel.
I'm blown away by how much love and respect that you give to not only me, but to After Prison Show. Because if you didn't, we wouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, no, for real, man. I'm down to do anything After Prison Show. I got it tatted on my leg, dog.
I got it on my thigh.
That was kind of...
We're blood brothers for life.
That was kind of gay, though. Why'd you get it on your thigh? Oh, you did it.
I did.
You did it.
You don't have a lot of options.
You did it. You were like, you
it's
know
like
what?
From the thigh down.
I'll get the best result if I just do it on my lap.
The easiest place to reach, right? You do.
Yeah, you could get... Yeah. You were like, yeah, if I get 500 likes, I will tattoo it again.
Not only...
Even further up.
Not only did my dumb ass tattoo APS on my thigh, I tattooed the YouTube play button and then subscribe as well. Imagine the looks
I remember that. I remember
that I get when I'm wearing them dad shorts at the beach and all you can see is the above the knee and it just says subscribe right there. And people are like, what the world?
What?
Subscribe to what?
You wear shorts? I just wear jeans all the way through the whole time.
That's diabolical, Dave. You're not wearing any shorts in the summer? You don't even go swimming?
My dick is see-through. Like, I'm transparent underneath. Shit is crazy. I'm like a weird fish.
I don't like to wear shorts because at this point, my body is deformed. I'm fat. I'm out of shape. You know, so when I'm wearing shorts, I'm just looking all sorts of like one of them weird folks you see in Walmart.
I don't know. I'll wear shorts because I can't stand being hot, but I'd rather wear pants. Is that weird? Well, f it then. There's another weird thing about me.
I don't think it's weird. Everybody's got their preference. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on because I did have a topic for this.
Don't let them get too short, Joe.
The shorts?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
You know, when I used to work out, I wanted the short shorts.
It's like, why does the shorts get shorter?
The older you get?
And the balls get longer.
The older you get.
Yeah, why is that? It's like the older you get, you cross this barrier where you're like, you know what?
It's gravity.
If my nuts come out,
no.
Oh, f***ing well. I don't even care no more.
Tell that to the judge. He's going to have a different opinion on that situation. Folks,
the officer.
Folks, welcome to the beginning of an untitled, unnamed Dave and Joe show. It's us hopefully getting back together quite frequently, quite often, in an effort to bring you guys a podcast where we're going to talk about any and everything, and it probably will be quite rough around the corners as we begin this. Dave, when's the last time you filmed a video for your own personal self? And it's probably been years.
Yeah, it's been a while. Nah, it's been a while. It's been a long time.
So getting you back in front of the camera is going to take a little finessing.
Yeah, I see why you got 3 cameras now. Because, see, I can with you and be all fidgety, and you can just use that footage while I'm fidgeting.
I mean, it's the same for me, too. I could be doing something. Did you see what I was doing earlier when I was rolling the dice? I was like, ah! Jackrabbit.
Don't let it get too hard.
Pause. The Diddy trial actually began this week. Any thoughts on that?
Bro. I know this is crazy, but at first I was like, oh, I'm watching this and I'm watching that. And, man, it's just so much money involved in this whole thing. And I don't think the truth will come out. I guess someone's going to take a fall for some.
And Dave, you don't use social media, so this is probably the worst question to be asking you about.
So
let me just fill you in on. Let me just fill you in on one detail. So Diddy's been locked up for 6 months now. There's a picture that surfaced of him. His hair is completely gray. Have you seen that?
No, but I've been known he's like 50, right?
He's older, yeah. He's probably a little bit older than we are.
I just turned 43.
I'll be 43 this year.
82 babies.
Yeah. But you wear it way better than I do. Glazing over here is what the young... What the Damn, I ain't never seen you without a hat on. Yo! God.
Don't you put my... don't put the...
That's the thumbnail, Dave. Dave what do you call it? Like Dave Unwrapped.
Unwrap these nuts. Nah, I've been rocking the joint, bro. And
you look good with a bald head. Not everybody could rock that. I was just surprised because I didn't think it was all the way bald.
Man, I'm like...
It wasn't all the way bald, was it?
Right here. Like, when this grows, I just get older. I age as the hair grows. Just like a quarter inch of hair on my head. And you're like, oh, that dude's like 60.
Yeah. Well, I guess at that point, you just got to go bald. And just
I got a sweet head shaver. What?
How many hats do you own?
I don't know.
A lot?
A bunch, like probably like 10.
I'm making no jokes saying this because I'm actually going bald right here. You can't probably see it right here, but I can.
Hey, ain't that's the truth about everything, though, bro.
And then my dumb ass announced it on YouTube one day. So now the trolls are like, "Did you?"
Pause. Spread.
That's what I do when I get out the shower. No Diddy. I get out the shower and I just hit the part, and that shit is parting a little more.
It's coming apart. Hell.
It's unraveling is what it's doing.
Hey, look. So the best advice I can give you is
just shave it all off.
You just got to be like, fuck it. Like, I don't like if I don't feel like shaving my head, I'll wear a hat all the time. I put the hat on this time because I knew you had like 30 lights. I didn't want my shit like glistening and fucking.
Oh, it was when you took that hat off. Boy, that joint was beaming.
You're gonna have to get in Adobe and fix the color a little bit.
But it didn't look bad though. It just surprised me because I haven't seen it like that in so long. Yeah, I'm used to it now, so it's not shocking anymore. For whatever reason, I thought you at least had a little bit of hair.
He said, "What the?"
We got to get to the point of this first episode. We're doing a podcast.
Okay,
here.
so
it's going to be rough around the edges, okay? But when you see it, you're either going to cringe or you're going to be like, yo, Joe was right. This is better than Theo Vaughn. Or they're going to be like, Joe's an idiot.
Well, Theo
Vaughn is great.
No, Theo Vaughn he is like...
The setup is official.
Yeah.
And that's what makes ours so good because it's not. We're sitting in a shed with barely enough room to do this. Our knees are damn near touching. I mean, look at this. Look.
Don't touch me.
Look.
Don't touch me.
But we're going to make this work. Let me get to this point right here, Dave. And this is going to... God, I hope... If you get to crying in this, I do have those paper towels right there. Oh. I actually have tissues on set. Just in case we get to any tears.
All right.
Are you ready for this topic?
Yeah.
It has been brought to my attention, and I'm actually a believer in this, that you are like the most successful person from After Prison Show. Forget me, because I'm not successful at this point, but this has nothing to do with me. If you think about all of the people who I've introduced on the show, right? The people who have really been like a big part of the show, you're like the most successful and probably hands down the fan favorite. How does that make you feel?
I'm the shit. I mean, it feels good. It does. It feels good because I definitely was in a place where you just give up and you're like, this is what it's gonna be.
Hold on, what do you mean? Back up. Talk about when were you in that place? When we first started getting together?
No, I kind of right before I got with you, I had like an epiphany or whatever, and I ended up putting myself into detox. You know that, and when I got with you, I was in a place where I was like, all right, so I'm done with drugs, which I really wasn't. In the very beginning, I dabbled a couple times and then I had to go into another program. But I've talked about that shit already. What I'm trying to say is when you got me, I was already like looking for something that I could do or how am I going to survive working at McDonald's because I got really no experience anywhere. I know how to do shit, but I just didn't have any experience.
Hadn't you already broken your leg at that point? You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were on a broke leg because you fell off a roof. Mm-hmm. So when we got together...
And back. Didn't even know my back was broken.
Oh, wow. I didn't know you broke your back, too.
Well, I mean, I knew something was wrong. And then when I went back, I got an MRI and what's the thing where you go?
The CAT scan?
Yeah, the CAT scan. And something's broke. I don't know. I got the paper. But it's just, I'm just like smashed. You know what I'm saying?
Like a compressed vertebrae or something?
So, yeah. And it's like right in the middle of my back, like right below my shoulder blades. I was up, but looking for something better. when my mom wouldn't talk to me and I couldn't see my kid. I don't know. I decided I had to change. That was the dark spot. But when I found you, I was looking for anything, and then this was crazy, man. This was like an opportunity for me to just blurt out whatever was on my mind. Some of it entertaining, some of it, serious, and I was able to just cope and deal with everything that was going on, because I had all these people with giving me ideas on where to go or what to do, or just telling me, stop, would get me out of my head. I would listen to people. They would get me from, battling my own thoughts. It's the worst thing is just to be idle, man. And I fall victim to that. I can be idle. I can just sit there.
I'm trying to remember how it all first began. I mean, obviously, and here's the crazy thing. I remember a first phone call that we had and how energetic that first phone call was, but I can't even remember how we got in contact. We had been in prison together. Mm-hmm. We both got released. You got released prior to me getting released. And then over a year after my release is when we got in contact. Way after a year after my release.
Kinda. I mean, you would like...
Oh, yeah, I got my hair cut, and we did a couple of things.
Yeah, and even before that, like, we would, like, talk on Facebook. I would just, like, the fucking Facebook friend shit. It was, like, your birthday or something, and I was like, happy birthday, like everybody else. And, you'd say something. We'd have, like, a little talk, but we never got up. We never actually hung out until, I want to say when you were living in that apartment.
And here with me today is one such guy who, well, he was a prison buddy of mine. And his name is Dave.
What's up, Joe?
Hey, how you doing, man? Thank you for being here.
I ain't got nothing else to do right now.
Me neither, man. So I'm glad you're spending your Saturday afternoon with me filming this video. The crazy thing about this is, I'm not sure if you noticed or not, but there is actually a crutch in the background. And that crutch is because of the fact that Dave here actually has a broken leg.
Yeah, it really sucks.
Well, I remember the very beginning, and I remember, all the many times that we had, all the crazy videos, all the fun, all the nights, all the live streams, all the just having a good old time back then. And then I remember when you had to turn yourself in, and that was really the turning point where you really started to gain a lot of support from the audience, because it was wild in the beginning. People weren't even really rocking with you like talking about.
No, not really. I mean, it wasn't that I didn't really get bad comments. I got a few, but not that many.
And that was long before any of the drama, so that's when things were still so pure. Before all the hatred came along from the many different things that went wrong with so many people. But you were the first person that I introduced. You were the first friend that I introduced, and that carried for so long. And then you going to turn yourself in was such a powerful piece. And then you being locked up and us following that whole journey. And then a year later, you come out looking like frickin' Nicolas Cage and Con Air. We had been sitting at the jail from 8 o'clock in the morning, like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That day, I still remember that day. They were like, they ain't say nothing to us. I'm like, well, go say something to them.
Yeah.
Go holler at them, please.
They wasn't doing their job, that's for sure.
They were just, they gotta love that shit. Because I'm like, at the window.
There's my people right there. They waiting on me.
You like smash your face into the glass. Oh my God, man. I was just so tired, so ready to leave. And in my head, you're thinking,
what if I'm not
what if they're like, nah, you got to do the rest of this time. We ain't going to give you no good time.
What if the feds are coming to get me? What if that one,
yes.
The worst shit that people are going to think.
Right? I'm going, God damn, I gave all my commissary away. I gave everything away.
There's no give back.
I'm going to have to go ask for underwear back from these people. They're going to give me their underwear. They're going to keep mine.
I'm wearing that shit now. Hey, nah, man, ain't no Indian givers up in here.
Yeah, they be like, bro, you left. Now you're back. That's different.
I don't care if you never left the pod. You was gone in your mind.
I was too. Bro, I refused. They were like, because usually they tell them at breakfast. They tell you at breakfast, like, hey, you know, get your shit right, you know, at 8 o'clock or whatever, you're going to be leaving. So at breakfast, I'm eating my breakfast. I'm like, keep looking back.
I'm a civilian now.
Like, where's the guard at to come tell me that I'm going home? Right? And then I go up, hey, man, I'm going home today, right? I'm going home today. And they're like,
man, I ain't never heard of you. I never even seen you before.
Not a court. We don't see no. This doesn't even show a release date.
And that's like the worst in the world because they'll just tell you anything at that point. It's just a mind game to them at that point.
What? They're like, all right, sir, go back in your cell. I was like, no, because when you find out that I'm actually free, then it doesn't matter that I wasn't in that cell.
Then at that point, you took a.
You forced me to trespass, and that is kidnapping.
You took a hostage. I'm a civilian.
I'm taking you to court. We're going in.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I mean, it's sad, but it's true. That's the way that it is. Look, let's go to this, right? Because I want to keep this thing moving.
Let's do it.
There's been a lot of people who have come after you, of course. A lot of drama. But there's been other successes as well, too. I don't think any of them hit as hard as you because, again, you were the first person and you really struck a chord with people in a positive way, handling your business the way that you did.
Well, in the beginning, I think the hate was a lot of people kept saying, oh, you know, Dave's high. That was the best. That was Dave's high. Look at Dave. Dave's high. Dave's high in that video. And I wasn't. You know, so I feel like that was really all anybody ever tried to come at me with.
Yeah, that is true. I do remember that. The Dave still using. Yeah, there was always those comments. Anytime you introduce somebody, no matter if it's this channel or any other channel, and you say, hey, look, this is Stickman, and he used to have a problem or he's suffered with a problem with X, Y, and Z, they're going to be like, nah, dude hides dude hides elephant ears. Them shits don't really be that high, though. They big, though.
I mean, holy shit, man.
All right, look.
We here, bro.
We are. And this is going really smooth. I like this. How you feel about it?
I mean, I'm feeling good.
What do you mean, Dave? Dave's high! Listen, you're the most favorited person here. I did the live stream with you last Friday over on Joe Does Stuff, but I had to download that and share that on After Prison Show. I did so. The channel's really not performing all that great right this second, just calling it for what it is view-wise. It's doing okay, but it's just not doing all that great. But your video was the best performing video, at least as of late. And 100% of those comments were, yo, Dave is the OG, Dave's the man. I mean, it was nothing but positivity.
Well, I mean, at this point,
you've proven yourself.
Yeah, I mean,
when you never had to.
I wasn't. That was the good thing. I wasn't proving myself. I was just.
You were proving yourself to yourself and your family. But you've proved yourself.
Look, I learned
subconsciously.
I've learned one thing, Joe. Well, I've learned a lot of things, but one thing I've learned is that, I hear this from people who are addicts all the time. Not so much anymore. I don't really hang out with those type of people. One thing I know is that if you're trying to do something for somebody else, I know you've heard this before, or because of somebody else, or motivated by that, it'll never work, ever. And I found out that there's one way to be selfish. And the one way to be selfish is to do whatever it takes to make you better. And in doing so, you become better son, better husband, better father, better brother, better whatever. No matter what anybody else is, if you're just constantly trying to work on yourself, and I mean on like the way you think, and I'm always judging myself, not in a bad way, but like, why did I do that? Why did I say that type of thing? And I try to better myself, right? So if I'm constantly doing that, it makes me a better example for people. It just makes me better, man. It makes me better. And in doing so, I'm able to be better for those around me.
Hold tight with that real quick. If you hit that other button on the other side, like flip it, you should be able to like tilt back. There you go, if you wanted that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's a nice...
Oh, now we're cooling, bro.
You in there?
I'm in there. Bro, just so you know, I am high as gas right now.
I wasn't going to put that out there. That's your business. You can do what you want to do.
Are we on? I mean, we're on, but...
I mean, I can cut that out if you want me to cut it out.
I mean, that's not a cool way to say it. Just to be like, hey, bud, I'm high as right now.
I know, but you can do whatever you want to do.
Oh, yeah. And it's legal. Dude, actually, the coolest thing about it is that when I was a kid and I smoked weed, I didn't know what was going on, right? And I noticed that it like fucks with you when you're younger differently.
Makes you paranoid and all that crazy shit.
Well, that's like any, like, you take a drug and they're like, all right, there's going to be some side effects and it'll last, 2 weeks. Just take the shit. And if it keeps messing with you after 2 weeks, then come back and we'll change it, right? That's any mental health medication or pain medication or anything, if it doesn't work, come back or whatever, right? So with weed, same thing. You smoke weed in the beginning, you smoke it, it might get you paranoid, it might make you anxious or something. But like if you keep smoking, I know this sounds stupid, but you keep smoking, within like a week, you don't get those side effects no more. And really, everybody's always like, oh, I smoke to sleep. I don't smoke to sleep. I come down to sleep. I'll smoke at like 6 o'clock at night, and then I just ride to come down right into the bed. It's great.
I don't knock it, and I don't do it, but I probably should do it. It's funny, I actually got a call tomorrow with some sort of a weed sponsored thing. Don't know anything about it.
I'll go with you.
Don't even know if it's legit or not. And then I was interviewing a guy today, and his story is so crazy. Like, he's just a broken person. Just so much mental issues going on with this guy, and it's sad because you can tell he's just a really good person. Aside from that, can't afford any kind of mental health medication, which is astronomical to think about what that bipolar medication cost. Because I know I was trying to get medication, and that shit was $1,300 a month with insurance. I mean, they just absolutely screwed you. I can't remember what it was called. It was an antidepressant and a mood stabilizer, and there was a commercial for it, and I can't remember the name of it, and it was great. Dude, it was great. They had me on it. Right? I had insurance. They had me on it, but they were just giving me the little free sample packs. But they gave me enough of it to get me into it for like, 3 or 4 months. And then they were like, okay, well, look, now you got to try to get it through your insurance, and it's going to be $1,300 a month, and your insurance is going to deny it. So we're going to give you all these other medications and hope that they eventually approve this medication. Dude, they were giving me 400 milligrams Seroquels. Right? Because here's what I told them. And I never took them.
What? We used to get them James while we was locked up.
100 milligrams. Not the 400.
Bro, we would call that was jail lean, bro. You pop the cap and just dump them joints in there, sip your juice.
The medication was good, right? Like it immediately got me where I needed to be. I was so happy, right? No more depression, no more crazy thoughts. I was just so happy. So once I got into the medication, this was like a year or two ago. Once I got into the medication, I went back to the lady, and she was like, how's it treating you? I'm like, shit, I'm good. I haven't slept in a week, but all I do is I get on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm looking for deals. She was like, you're in a K-hole right now.
What?
I'm like, what you mean? She was like, well, you're what did she say? You're manic. You're in a manic episode right now, but that's okay. That's what the medication does to you. And I'm like, what you mean that's what the medication does to me? And she says, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you these sleeping medications. So the 400 milligram Seroquel were a part of it. And then she was like, yo, I got this other thing that you're going to take, but listen to me. You can't take this standing up. And I'm like, what you mean I can't take it standing up? She was like, you got to lay in the bed and take it, and you got to put it on your tongue, and it'll dissolve. I'm like, what are we talking about, some LSD right here? She was like, yo, trust me, it's good. I take it. I'm like, you're my doctor.
Yo,
you're an addict.
I promise you, not taking anything they tell me that I have to lay down to do.
Can you imagine like driving and taking
Bro,
this is the
epitome. First time I shot dope, nobody was like, yo, you should probably lay down for this. And so we're going to put this on the level of weird, right? I'm going with, if you got to lay down to swallow a pill because we don't know what might happen to you, what might happen?
This is on the level of like,
you're standing up, your ears are going to fall off.
Do not operate heavy machinery.
God.
What if I'm in an excavator? And
what if you filmed a video while you were in a goddamn, you're tripping balls off the lay down meds, and you just come in here and you shoot a video in your underwear,
butt ball naked,
You just post that shit on goddamn YouTube.
I'm sleepwalking. What movie was that when Buddy was sleepwalking? I'll be on some damn Ace Ventura shit,
bro. The next day you're just in there talking shit about everything.
I'm like, damn, I went viral last night. Oh shit, what I do? Oh, shit. The police are looking for me.
Oh my God, bro. That would have been hilarious.
But getting back to what you're saying about the weed situation, the only reason I brought that up is because this guy that I meet clearly needs mental health medication, can't afford it, so he medicates through the weed. And he says that that's the only thing that even remotely helps.
So they call it self-medicating.
Yeah.
And he says remotely helps, probably because he gets all these different strains every time he cops from, whoever. And sometimes it's what he needs. Sometimes it's not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
he's like, why can't I go to sleep? Well, he just smoked 100% sativa, and now he's like wide awake and sorting through all his shit, trying to organize everything. Everything should be, I should be more organized. That's what I should be.
So real quick about this guy, I go to meet him today. I don't know who the hell I'm meeting, okay?
Yeah, you need
I end up at a
chill with
campground, going back to your drone conversation about flying the drone.
Oh, right.
It's called Chesapeake Campground. This place is bad as hell, man. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It looks like freaking Omaha, Nebraska or some shit. Like you're just out in the flats and you're going through the road once you get into the place. And it'd be a cool place to go camping. They actually got cabins there. So he's renting a cabin at this place.
Oh, those people are cool then.
For $300 a week. And I said, damn, there's not even a toilet in here. There's nothing in here but a bed and a bunk bed. Nothing else. Okay? He ain't got no TV in there. He's got a refrigerator and a microwave. He said he brought that himself. But he's out in the woods. I literally was in a cabin in the woods, like a movie, today with this guy who's definitely dealing with some shit. But it could have been wild, right? But he just wants to be away from everybody. And I'm just like, man, this is just...
So what's he do for work? $300?
He's a laborer, and he has a tough time finding work. And he can't work for anything less than $20 an hour because he says as a single person, you ain't going to be able to survive anywhere for less than $20 an hour. So he's been doing like remodeling work, doing labor work for that, but it ain't been working out. And I had this unbelievably in-depth conversation with this guy about, do you think it might be you? And like all this wild shit. And the video is corrupted. I've got the audio. So we can make it a podcast,
or you make an animated video.
Here's the guy right here.
Yeah.
And here's me.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? Because Joe decided to buy the cheap memory cards. Aww. Yeah, I did it to myself, so nobody to blame but myself. All right, let's go ahead and move on, man. What do you want to talk about?
Shoot, man. I'm
I got one for you.
what?
And this will be the last topic of this episode. So, folks, I'm hoping you guys enjoyed this. Dave, you cool with it? You feel chill?
I mean, yeah, we're just hanging out. You probably won't. I swear. Have you gone live out here,
All the time. This is where I go live from.
bro? If we went live right now, you'd probably make some money.
Oh, Dave. But I'm burnt out on the content for today. I've done just too much.
They make the content.
They do. But I just dropped a major announcement on them today, so I have to let them heal from that.
What'd you drop?
The random visits are over. I got banned. It's over with. So
And then voila, here I am.
yeah, but this is going to be the video. We will do that. Absolutely, we will. But I'd like to bust out 2 of these podcasts just to get ahead a little bit. And then, once we reeled them in, Dave, then we go live with this shit.
Here we come.
Yeah, we'll definitely do the live show. And we're going to do, I want to do even more with you, Dave. I'd like to get you in the gameplay with me. I said I was going to dabble with that again.
Yeah.
Man, the story that I could tell you about what happened to that last gameplay, Dave, I can't tell it to you on camera.
I think you did.
No, I found out more today.
Today?
Today.
Well, go ahead and then.
Somebody, I can't. I got something else. All right, last topic of this podcast.
Yes, sir.
I just want to ask you this because I'm genuinely curious about this. Dave, good run on After Prison Show. At this point, known as the OG, the fan favorite. Everybody loves you. You had your channel for a good little while. You were doing that. We were doing the gameplay. You were doing gameplay. And then all of a sudden you stopped. I know why you stopped doing the content. But aside from that, it's so interesting to me that you don't use social media at all. You're not on Facebook. You're not watching and scrolling videos.
Not really.
Why? Like, what? Did all of this turn you off that bad to social media, or were you just never really into it? And you can be honest.
I don't know how you got into it, right? But I got locked up in 2007 with a
No smartphone.
Motorola Razr flip phone, right? And then when I came home in 2014, I had a Galaxy S5, right? So it just didn't. I don't know what. I just came.
It is weird.
I just came from the land of mind your motherfucking business.
Yo, that is so.
To the land of tell everybody what you're doing, fucking post it, and then stamp it, and then tell them where you're at too, with the map, and drop a pin on that shit. Right here I am, and it's like, fuck, nah.
You got to be like the greatest employee ever, though, because nowadays you hire a guy and all he's going to do is be on his phone. You don't. You know, I doubt that you really do that because of the fact that
I mean,
you're
if I'm
not
taking a shit or something, I'm scrolling.
What do you scroll on? Are you on Facebook?
YouTube Shorts or. But I look up on YouTube so much how to fix shit that when I'm taking a shit, scrolling shit, I'm finding more ways to fix more shit.
Well, good for you. At least you're looking at constructive stuff versus just mindless.
Oh no, there's some mindless shit in there too.
Mindless.
Yeah. Sometimes I watch porn. You know.
That was a little TMI. Yeah. So
shout out my stepmom. Hey.
What? All right, so look, I think that's a good place to wrap this. People are going to be like, Joe, horrible idea. This sucked, but I think that this was great.
It'll get better, dude. We just got to stick with it, bro. We'll get better.
No, we're going to get better because
we're gonna get some constructive criticism, and we'll be able to apply that.
there's going to be so much redacting I'm going to have to do in this to limit the cursing. By the next episode, Dave's going to be
better.
Yeah. Beep, beep. Dave, appreciate you doing this. Episode 1. Here we are.
Why do you shake my hand like that?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's do that again. What did I do?
Just slap it, bro.
Yeah. What am I doing?
He keeps. You're like.
All right.
No. You turn it like this. This is what you do to me. You go.
It's like a gun.
Yeah. You're like, what you gonna do now? What you gonna do now, huh? You're like,
all right. How you doing? You go like.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good handshake.
I don't even know how to shake a damn hand.
Holy shit. He was
Shout out
about
to everybody.
To kiss my hand. He like turned it and like pulled it at himself. I was like, damn, Joe. People like me, but you don't have to.
God, that was so awkward. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this first episode of the Dave and Joe Show. Much more to come. And wait for the next episode when I'm going to tell Dave that one of his good friends from prison is unfortunately locked up again.
What the?
Oh, you didn't? Yeah, you didn't even know. Stay tuned for the next episode.